Good evening, Max. Welcome. You seem to be the first here tonight, as you often are. As you may have read in the title, I have some exciting news. I have become a Twitch partner. Yes, a check mark. I have no idea where, but I assume that's because I'm a partner now, which is very sweet. Evening, Hellion. Welcome. Today we're going to continue what we did last Sunday. More First Frontiers. What are the benefits of partner? I've not read into it too much, but one of the immediate important ones that I know is not even for me, but it's for you guys, which means that you now have different options for quality. Which means that if you have a slower internet, you can go down to like 480p or whatever and still watch me. People have asked about that many times and they were never able to. Well, they were sometimes able to if Twitch had some broadband left over. But now, you always can. Because partners get that on priority. So that's a good thing. Other than that, I believe you can now simply donate to me instead of doing bits. I mean, the alert box has a donate option, so I'm not sure if that's possible in Twitch. It might be that just a Streamlabs thing, I'm not sure. Like I said, I haven't done too much research on it yet. I've read through it once, but you know, if you read through something once, you'll forget a lot. Oh, thank you very much, Crane, for the sub. Your name always reminds me of Arcanine, one of my favorite Pokemon, because, well, it has a lot of the same letters. Hey, Matsmello, welcome. Oh, thank you, Sir Ern. Oh, welcome to your first livestream, Katniss. Hello from Alpine, Texas. Never heard of that. Texas, is that a country in South America? Not the intended result. What does Akrane mean? Is it your name or is it something else? Hello, Dutter. Just a boring name. I don't think it's boring. Akrane is an interesting name. So, how are you doing all tonight? Thank you, Zork. I hope you're all doing well. Joe Biden just became president. Yes, he did. And while I'm very happy with that, I would like to ask you and everyone else to keep politics out of this chat. Because people come here to, you know, not have to think about that stuff. There is definitely a merry-go-round. There are many merry-go-rounds. So, let's open the park. There we are. Let's save this as version 3. I see the merry-go-round. The merry-go-round, like there's only one. I built one quite early on. Yes, here it is. And I've of course built many more. How many do I have? God, I have 16 Ferris wheels. I have 6 merry-go-rounds. That's not bad. It is now possible to change for the watercolor of a part to change immediately upon changing it in the object selection menu. Let's give that a test. Do we still have some water? No, but we do have a lag spike. Yes. But we also have a log flume. Let's see if this works. Object selection. Ah yes, you see the log flume changing. Pink. Wait, pink is new. That's OpenRCT2 only. Yeah, all these other ones are were already in the game. But let's go back to natural. The rainbow command. Well, the thing about rainbow command is I don't want to enable it, because then people will start spamming it and it will be very annoying to look at. Oh, pink water was an official RCT2 DLC. That's interesting. I did not know that. But I also kind of want to have these right as individual colors. We might, you know, we might do that at the end of the stream. But then again, I still then need to make a separate version which only has that command. Should not be too difficult. The rainbow command screws up the mazes. Oh, that's not a problem, you know. If we do it at the end of the stream and then, you know, we don't save it, whatever, that's fine. The highest number of guests possible. Technically 9601. I made a video about that. But in a real park, about 9520. Which is in the same video. Okay, let's build a merry-go-round. Now this park may seem full. But if you think it's full, then I don't have much to say to you other than you're wrong. Let's take this path. It's not the end, it's only the beginning. Well, I wouldn't say quite the beginning. We're all, you know, we've already done quite a lot. Can we connect it to that queue line easily? Or exit path? No. What if I go this way? Okay, can't go that way. Okay, I'm kind of stuck here. How would I connect it? Oh, there's an exit path there. Maybe. Yes, I can connect to there. Nice. Wait, queue line isn't connected. Oh. Wait. Yes, foiled by isometric views. Oh, thank you very much for the follow, Who Guru. Indeed, foiled by isometric. Now it's connected. Thank you. Although I should have noticed that, because when it's not connected, the banner is one tile back. But I just didn't notice. Oh, hello Shizzle. Welcome to the stream. Are we maxed out on staff? Yes, we are. Good. 150 handyman, 100 mechanics. Sorry, 50 mechanics. That's what I like. That's what I always do in these huge parks. I still feel like there's something missing here inside this white coaster. Can we fit like a maze here? Or maybe this? Yes, it would make it better. Yeah, let's place this here. Imagine working here. Well, the worst thing about working in this park is definitely the sound. Okay, that's not working. Wait, is that the Space Rings queue? Yes. That's what if I go this way? I have enough space here, right, to do something fun. Or maybe not. Oh. Did I get myself into a pickle again? Oh, thank you for the bits. Mike von Tukey. Are you going to cram all the gaps with scenery when all the rides are done? Well, currently there's only one bit of scenery in the park, which is... Well, there's supposed to be a giraffe somewhere here. I'm not entirely sure. Hang on, let me see if I can find it. Cutaway view, please. Ah, there it is. You remember where you loaded an old game and the notifications were imported wrongly. That bug was recently fixed. Nice. That's the only scenery in the park, but I can't build anything there anyway. Technically, it could be useful if I had, for example, a quarter loop, a ride with a quarter loop. But, you know, this is not gonna happen. There's already a coaster there anyway. Okay, back to this ride. Challenge of the day. Can I connect this queue line? Hang on. I think I know how I can connect it. Let's remove this. Can I... Yeah, well, if I just place it here, then I have all the space in the world on this side, right? I can go easily over this. Yeah, this works fine. Okay, and let's go down. That's a hell of a queue line. But it connects. And now the exit path. Dear Lord. Fill the rest of the map with construction rides. No. The reason that this park works currently is that exactly that I don't have a lot of space. There we go, that's connected as well. Because if I have more space with construction rides or just extra land, then there's no use in building up. Technically I could still do it, but it's not the same. Well, the fact that it costs me money is not an issue. I have almost 2 million. So that's perfectly fine. It's just that I don't want to, because it's kind of against the spirit of the park. Okay, I like this here. It, you know, kind of makes it more into a wall of ride, which is what I talked about last time as well. Let's see if we can do a tower here. Ooh. No, go away notification. Now this is interesting. But I kind of like it down here more. Okay, can I do an entrance and exit here? I can. But the lines... Oh wait. Is it just against the path? Oh, if I just swap these around. And that should be easy, right? Oh, thank you for the sub, Knackwurst in Blake. And welcome. Okay, challenge. Connect this. There we go. This all still works. Only, I think this is... No, this is a continuous path, not just an exit path. That's good. Because I kind of want to only connect my queue lines to a path that's on a, you know, that's not a dead end to just an exit. And currently I'm doing that quite well. I'm kind of looking for the bit that's not as built up as the other bits. How many rides do we have? 164. Thank you for the follow, Camden Shadow Wolf. How many guests are lost? I don't think a lot. No, I can't see the thought that they're lost. But 37 guests haven't finished their drinks yet, which means I gotta drink quicker. Wouldn't dense be more accurate description than overcrowded? Yes, but overcrowded sounds a lot more fun, and will probably draw in more people. And you know, and it, you know what I mean with it anyway. Because if you see the word overcrowded, it feels like it feels like doing something to the extreme, and dense just doesn't have the same punch as a word. So putting the word overcrowded in the title is, you know, it's still accurate, and it also makes it sound as cool as it actually is. Let's see if I can connect these parts in any way. Okay, that's not gonna work. Fine. Wait, would that work? Hang on. What is in the way? The junior Oh, it's already connected. Nice. And this one, I should be able to connect it to somewhere here, right? Oh, thank you very much, Maja Tadeo. Sounds kind of Indian. I should be able to connect it to here, right? Or, well, there's probably a coaster in the way. Let me do a little bit of a cheat in terms of this, and there we go. Now it's a lot easier to see. Okay, I can just go do this. This should work, right? Yes, is this an exit line or a continuous path? Let me see. Okay, this seems to be... I don't know actually. Okay, this is a continuous path. Good. Hello, Sanushi. Welcome to the stream. Now we can open this. I recommend every one of you to do this at some point, to build a park like this. Now, if you do it in Forest Frontiers, it will take a long time because Forest Frontiers is quite big. But if you do it in a smaller park, for example, Dinky Park or Pokey Park, same park, different name, or even smaller micro park, then it won't really take that much time. But it's a lot of fun when you just build a ride somewhere and then have to try to go around, make all the paths connect, and it's kind of, you know, a puzzle. And it's fun. Well, I think it's fun, at least. And surprisingly enough, not a lot of guests are lost. I suppose because I have no dead ends in this park, or well, no queue lines connected to dead ends. And, you know, I still purposely built a lot of connections, either on the upper levels. So, I think my path system is still quite decent. You know, it's bad, but it's not as bad as it could be. This is not... I don't want to encourage you to, you know, make these kind of multi-leveled path system if you're actually trying to build the best park to be the scenario. But I do encourage you to do this for fun in a simple scenario. Yeah, I saw those DMs, Sork. Thank you. I'll check them later. I wonder if the park map specifies in which floor the rides are. If this was a real park, then definitely. Now, this obviously isn't, and RCT2 doesn't include any of kind of park maps or whatever. So, that's not a thing. But a real park, I suppose they would do that. Okay, let's get a station. Somewhere here. Now, this is the soft guest cap, Tip the Legend. I have not been advertising in a long time. Okay, I want 3 trains on this. Is this long enough for 3? No. Damn, these trains are quite long. This should be long enough for 3, right? 2 extra. Yeah. Okay, so you know who says yeah in the most satisfying way possible? Jeremy Clarkson. Especially usually on Top Gear. He is just amazing on that. If you don't know who Jeremy Clarkson is or haven't really watched any of his stuff on Top Gear, I definitely recommend it. It's Top Gear pre-2015 or 16 or something. Around that time they fired him. Just before that, you should definitely watch it. It's amazing. Obviously along with Richard Hammond and what's he called? Mr. James May. They're all great. God, it's so difficult to keep track of where I'm building this roller coaster. How's the soft gas cap actually? How soft is the soft gas cap? It's silky smooth, silky soft. It's soft like a baby's bottom. Okay, currently are we low enough for a vertical loop? Well, that's outside the park. Yes, we are. Brilliant. We might want some lifts. Well, the problem with the lifts is that I can't build any on the floor level. Because the floor level is already full. The second level is already full. Pretty much. I love how these loopings have supports that are extending downwards because that's the standard looping sprites. But since there's no place for the supports to actually go to the ground, they just end in midair. And I believe this is the only coaster type that has these sprites included in the looping. So you will only see this with a looping coaster. Did you buy the extra land? Yes. Otherwise this park would have been quite a bit smaller. I've never practiced multi-level parks before. I'm jealous you guys can keep track of them so easily. I would watch your words, because easily is not the right word here. Because you may notice, if you're paying attention to that I'm building quite a bit slower than I usually do. It's not easy to keep track of this myself. But yeah, I have done this before, albeit about 7 years ago. Still, I've done it before, which helps. Can I do an extra looping here? Yes, there is space for that. Amazing. Can I do another one? I think the green thing is in the way. Yes. No, I'm on the other side of the green thing. Well, there was something in... Wait, what was in the way? Oh, this coaster is in the way. Alright then. I think I need to... Yeah, I need to go one more to the left. Photo section. Yes, Micropark is the smallest scenario. And it is small. I'll tell you how small it is. It is 13 by 13 tiles. Which is absolutely tiny. You know, I have some small designs. But most of them don't fit in that park. For example, this just about fits. It's 13 by 6, which means that the length of this is one side of Micropark. It's really small. But Micropark is a fun challenge. Cody Watkins recently uploaded a video of a Micropark time-lapse to his channel. You should Google that. Well, Google it, YouTube that. Because, it's a nice video. It's a nice park he built. Beat Micropark with only gentle rides. I have beaten it with only, what are they called, roto drops before. That was on a speed run. And that works. Because it's a park value goal, foiled by isometric. It's a park value goal, which means that you can just cheese it with high intensity rides. Or as I like to call them, intensity bombs. Okay, where is this path? Oh, that's easy. That's easy to connect. I think I'm probably higher than I think I am. Yes, definitely. But that works. Nice. Now we have another looping coaster. Let's give it a distinguishable color. I don't really have one in this color yet, do we? But I don't like it. So let's give it a different color. Let's do... pink? I don't think we have pink yet. Yellow. We do have yellow, but that's on the other side of the park. I think I'll go with pink for now, because we don't have pink yet. At least not this shade of pink. And I'm only giving these a color so that you can more easily see which coaster is which. Not for any other reason. Just imagine all these colors being, all these coasters being the same color. It would be much worse to look at, I promise you. What should I do now? Should I build more coasters? Or should I build more flat rides in weird nooks and crannies? What do you prefer? A steam train. Unless I build it underground, that's impossible. A steam train can't go high enough for this. The support limit is about 9 meters or something. And building a steam train underground is a bit useless, since you won't see it. A coaster over the top. That's 1 vote for a coaster. How much room is there underground? Well, plenty for a steam train. There are 7.5 meters, and yeah, you only need 3 meters of clearance. But I think it's kind of useless to build any rides underground, so I kind of want to avoid that. An observation tower entirely underground. Now, I think that's impossible. I think this starting bit is 9 meters, but let me see if it's possible. No, I'm trying to build it underground at the moment, but I can't. And there's not a single space, I think, where I can raise a 3x3 area by 1 bit so that I can actually build this underground. So that's not going to work. Is there any coaster type you did not build yet? Well, I've built all the 8 original coaster types that come with the park, but last stream I added a few more. So we have, well, pretty much every coaster type at our disposal. I could do a hyper twister, I don't have that one yet. Oh, thank you, Shay. Hey, you got a little check mark as well. Nice. Let's build a hypercoaster. What's the height limit? The height limit is, I believe, about 200 meters. Okay, where shall I build the station? I might actually build it. Yeah, I think I'll build it here. I don't have a lot here yet. Wait, steep. Oh, that's the steeplechase. Well, let's just build it above that then. Lacking the disappointing Heartline coaster. I don't want a Heartline in this park. It's not good enough. Now this is what you would build as a kid. Honestly, that would be fairly impressive, because this is quite a complicated thing to do sometimes. But yeah, I did this once before, a park like this, over 7 years ago. Technically I was still a child back then, but, you know, being 16 doesn't really qualify as being a child. Is this high enough? Nah, let's go higher. Let's go to the height limit of this ride. I think we're actually quite near there. Oh yes, here it is. You're 23. No, I'm 24. I've only recently turned 24 though. Well, I say recently, it's over a month ago. I wonder how viable any coaster would be only 1 tile high. So you mean a coaster without any height changes? Let's actually do this. Wait, do I have... Okay, I have the best trains for this. Good. Well, there is... No, all coaster types. Oh, thank you, Snappy. And welcome. Good to see you here. All coaster types have a height requirement that they need to fulfill. And maybe if you do the LIM coaster, maybe if you have an inversion, the height requirement no longer counts. But there is one coaster type, which is the, what's it called, the air-powered vertical coaster, which even if you get 1 penalty, it's still fine. And I've made a video about that. It's called the most overpowered coaster design in RCT2, I believe. And it's a really quick ride. It's only 1 tile high. And you can charge $20 for it. Oh, now that you're here, Snappy, you know, every time you stream, you're surprised by how much I say you can charge for your rides. Let's renew all of our rides. And I have a plugin called the Ride Price Manager, which automatically manages the ride prices for me. And let me show you how much you can charge for some rides. You see this white corkscrew coaster, it's not very large, but you can charge 16.80 for it. And then you have this wooden coaster, the blue one, blue and black. It's, for some reason it's closed. Well, you can charge $8.60 for it. Seems little, seems like it's not a lot, but wait, that doesn't sound right. There we go, $12.80. It was old. Now it's updated because I opened it. And then you have this big Giga coaster all the way over the top. You can charge $20.60 for this. Which is not possible in normal games, but this plugin can set it above the maximum if you tick that box. Normally this max out is at 20. So yeah, when I say you can charge $12 for a relatively small wooden coaster, I'm not joking. Or yeah, you have this bright blue one, $11.40. And if there was only one looping coaster in the park, this would be like 15. Yes, it automatically prices them at the maximum possible. And the nice thing about this plugin is that, you know, I've made videos about it. When rides get older, they decrease in values. And then guests want to pay less for them. And the plugin automatically takes care of that. When a ride gets, you know, over a threshold of guests wanting to pay less, it just updates the price, which is great. I'm still in awe of how much we can charge. You know, when I first did research into how much you can charge, or read, now I didn't really do research, I read an article by Dirkling who did the research for us. I was stunned as well. I already charged quite a lot for my ride, but I was stunned by how much more I could charge. It is really quite astonishing. I'm not sure where you would be able to find this plugin. I know there's some like plugin directory, but I've forgotten where I found it. I'm sure someone in the chat will know where to find the plugin, right? But I've had this plugin for quite a while. Wait, what's in the way? Oh, the blue thing is in the way, I think. I like it when these coasters dip down into the park instead of just being a big thing above it. For example, when I go below this ride at only 10.5 meters. And then I, you know, go kind of through it. Because now it's not really building in layers, but everything's more intertwined. Apologies, which to me makes it much more interesting. Okay, there's that blue thing again. I think it's time to head back to the station. The thing about ride prices is you know, I know a lot about the game, and you know, when I first got into your streams, Snappy, you know, I specifically held back on a lot because there's a lot of, you know, stuff that I do that if, you know, if you're fairly new to the game, or again new, because you only recently picked this up again, that you don't need to know. But the reason why I do go into the prices quite heavily is that, you know, if you make more money, you have more fun to do, you have more money to do whatever you want. And that makes it a lot more fun. So yeah, I recommend everyone to not necessarily get this plugin, because I don't even use this plugin on normal scenario play because I consider it cheating. But I do recommend everyone to get a knowledge on what you can charge in general for certain rides, so that you can set the price yourself to something which you know is at least fairly close to the max. Because that just allows you to have a lot more fun. Because you don't have to be, you don't have to have an extensive knowledge of the game to build a great park. Not at all. But the more money you have, the more fun you'll have. I just rely on online price calculators. Oh wait, this is an easy connect, but the queue line is not long enough for my taste. So yeah, online price calculators are great. I've used them many times, but then I kind of got lazy, and it took me, you know, too long to every time put in all the numbers and that kind of stuff. So I just stopped using them. I want to connect it. Oh wait, is this right? Oh, this is on the edge of the park. I thought it wasn't. I don't want it to be that long. Let's see if I can... Yeah, then that's in the way. Okay, what if I do this? No. And go there and there. No, I don't want to go straight. I want to go down, please. There we go. Oh, thank you for the sub, Little Brown. The path is exciting as the coaster itself. Yes, and it's also a very big puzzle. Okay, what's in the way? Footpath. Cool. I'm so close to connecting. Wait, can I just go one more this way? I can. Yes, this works. Nice. Okay, now to connect this exit path. Which I should be able to connect it somewhere here, right? Okay, not there. I think I've created a new game. It's called OpenRCT2, the pathing puzzle. There we go. Now it's connected. And we can charge 21.20 for this. Wow! That's a lot. It helps that it's the only hyper twister in the park. Because I've heard that as of lately it doesn't count as the same as a normal twister coaster anymore. The OpenRCT2 changed that. Let's see the stats. 8.61 excitement, 7.37 intensity and 3.47 nausea. To be honest, the trains help with that a lot. The trains give a 15% excitement boost. Which I believe is the most of any roller coaster train. There are kind of weird flat rides which give a much higher excitement boost. there's the flower power ride, which is, you know, basically a variation on the dodgems, which gives a 74% excitement boost, if I remember correctly, somewhere in the 70s. Hey Jaybird, welcome to this stream. 75%. That makes more sense than 74. Let's not keep this white. Let's see. It's close to yellow, so I don't want it to be yellow either. We don't have light green yet now, do we? No, it is close to this green and it's the same style, so maybe that's not such a good idea. Let's make it grey. That's fine. Yeah, good enough. There's Nightbot again, with not allowing the Dutch word. Who? What's up, Ronnie Ninja? Welcome to the stream. Which scenario or park are you using? Forest Frontiers. The very first scenario. I've got Mumbai here. The very first scenario in RCT1. Hey, Duke of Heron, welcome. And we already beat the scenario with a company value of 64,000. Currently the company value is 3.4 million. Which is actually quite interesting, because in most parks that you complete, you have maybe like a park value of 300,000, and then, you know, you have 20,000 in the bank, so your company value is 320,000. Because the company value is the park value plus your money, minus your loan. But in this park, about 2/3 of the company value is just money. Which is a lot. It's not very usual. Are you going to share the park afterwards? Definitely. Oh, how much fun would it be to ride these rides? In fact, that's not impossible, because I know that it is possible to import RCT2 parks into RCT3. And there you have the coaster cam. I've never done that, but I've heard that it's possible. Okay. That doesn't work. Let's just start on top of the haunted house. Wait, land on armor. Oh. Oh, rain. I think we haven't had rain in a while. Stupid observation tower is in the way. Alright, let's move one more tile over. There we go. And then I need to do a turn here, so that I can actually have, I can get it back to the station. There we go. Is it possible to see which ride has earned the most money? Oh, definitely, yes. If I zoom in a bit. And we go to rides. Total profit. You can see it here. Wooden Roller Coaster 2, which is the red and black one, has earned the most money over the lifetime. Which is because it's quite old and it's, it's on the bottom layer. The station is on the bottom layer of the park, which means that there are a lot of guests there. In fact, if we do customers per hour, yeah, it's near the top. Hyper Twister 1 is obviously number 1, as it has a very high throughput and capacity, and it's new, so it's super popular. Giga Coaster 1 is doing well too, but it's still quite new. So if we do profit per hour, just profit, then yeah, Hyper Twister 1 and Giga Coaster 1 are the easily number 1 and 2. Which ride has made the least profit? Oh. Okay. Just... Wait, nothing? Is it too expensive? No, guests are just not even thinking about it. Well, it has had guests. Just that no one wants to ride it. But it is connected, right? Like, they are all connected, because there were some more Ferris wheels. Oh. Oh, I see the problem. There's no queue line, which makes it much slower. And not impossible for guests to ride it, but much more difficult. And it's impossible to fix that. I can't just make a queue line there. Wait, where am I? Oh. There we go. Now the park is orientated like I thought it was. Don't two need to get on at a time. Well, guests can still get in it because... let me first try to get out of here. Guests can still get on it because the first one that goes in it kinda waits. He already goes through the entrance building, but waits between the entrance building and the platform. And then, if he's still waiting, a second one can come in. And then they can both get on. Hypercoaster had 0 profit. Yeah, it's because that's the one I'm building right now. Wait, looping. Oh, it's the yellow thing again. What's it now? Again the looping. Wait. Is it... This is a nightmare. What did I do to myself? I seem to finally be able to get out of it. Oh, now the twister coaster is in the way. But... we can do turns on this. So hopefully we can just turn our way out of this. Yes, there we go. Finally. That was not easy. Luckily we can do these ultra steep chain lifts. They help a lot. And also luckily that this coaster can go quite high. Let's see if we can go even higher. Oh, land not owned by park. That's not an issue. The hypercoaster has a powered launch mode. Wait, does it? Huh. That's news to me. I never knew that. Wait. Oh, only in RCT1 and Open RCT2, so it must be a recent addition. Okay, this is the height limit, so let's just keep it to this. Okay, that's not owned by park. Let's see if we can do... Yeah, there we go. Nice. I'm surprised your rating isn't going down. Why would my rating go down? The guests are not unhappy. They're not lost. Because lost guests is one of the most important driving factors of rating going down most of the time. And there's not a lot of vandalism and puke and stuff. So it makes sense that the rating is high. Let's see, we went at 75 meters. So let's keep that in mind. Okay, how low can we go? Let's see if we can kind of wind our way through some things. Can I go? Whoa. Whoa. Nice. I like that. That certainly qualifies as a crowded park. Well, yeah, the title doesn't lie. Oh, welcome to the stream. Jadop is cute. Sometimes it takes a little bit for me to find out how to pronounce a name. Okay, let's see if I can go under something else. Kind of make it like a knot. Okay, I think I'm right above this station now. Which means... Yes. Nice. Ooh, can I go under here? Oh, thank you for the follow, Kitty Claire. I don't really want to... Okay, that doesn't work. That doesn't work either. Okay, now I'm just stuck here. What though? If I do this, then... No. Ah, okay, I'm right there. Yeah, no, that's not going to work. At least, not if I come from this angle. What if I come from a different angle? This is gonna be a rough ride, this little hill. But that's alright. What is in the way? Oh, the Ferris wheels are in the way. That means I'm in a different position than I thought. Now the vertical drop coaster is in the way. Okay. What if I go a little bit... Nope, then that's in the way. This is not easy. Oops, did not mean to do that. Okay, I think I might just need to go up again. There we go. Just to give myself another place to go down. I must be able to go down somewhere, right? Okay, if I make an S turn. Then yes. Oh, can I go under? This is 18 meters. No, that won't work. That's a shame. But... Nope. Well, I'm doing my best, but... I should be able to do something interesting here, right? But then again... Oh, yes, yes, yes. I see a golden opportunity, I think. I think there's a space between here. Yes, there is. Nice, nice, nice. I can go there. Is this the correct alignment? It is not. That doesn't matter. We can just do an S-bend. There we go. Let's do a photo section. Okay, wait, can we touch the ground here? Would it be possible to do that? And still get out of here? I don't think so. But we're close. We're very close to touching the ground. I think I'll just stay at 1.5 meters. Because, yeah, actually touching the ground won't work. Because then we don't have any... Well, hang on. Maybe... If I do this... Ooh, I need a space of one more. Because then I will be able to go up here. Right now there's path in the way. But if I can go up one position earlier, like one tile earlier, then it should work, right? Let's just give that a go. Let's see if it works. Because, you know, if I fiddle to align correctly and it doesn't work, then that would be a shame. Yes! Okay, let's see if I can do that. Let's see if I can connect these pieces in any way. Maybe I need to realign this coaster for that? In fact, if I do this, if I just realign this coaster for that a bit, let me double close that so I can work on it. Oh wait, what is this? This is an S-bend, right? Okay, that doesn't work. I don't have... No, I can't move anymore that way. Okay, what if I do some... You know, it's the end of the ride anyway. So that's fine. What if I do some brakes here? Then do it... Wait, wooden coaster is in the way. What is in the way here? Oh. Yeah, I can't do that because that'll break people's necks. Could you just not have a flat piece on the ground? No, I was one short of that. I already did not have a flat piece on the ground. What if I can introduce a brake somewhere along the lines here? That would be great. Or maybe... No, because I need... Yeah, what if I... Okay, let me actually see through scenery. I think I might be able to do this while still having this coaster somewhat follow the same path. If I just go this now... Okay, that doesn't work. And I have to get out of the way, like, immediately? But what if I go straight on like this for a longer time? Yes, yes, I can do that. I can touch the ground. I'll just have to switch this around. And remove this. And then... remove all this as well. And then we can do some brakes here. There we go. And then the turns. And that's fixed. And then we can just go down here. Yes, that works. At least, I think it should. Yeah! We've touched the ground. Amazing. I did have to kind of realign a coaster for it, which, you know, is somewhat of a shame, but it still works. I think it's good enough. Because this coaster is essentially still the same. It's just that this final, you know, large S-bend is in a different position. Other than that, it's not really different. Will this still make it? Where are the trains? Where's train 1? Oh, it's only just begun. Had it recently got to the end? I don't know. Where were we? Here. Some of the G-forces on this ride might be uncomfortable. But then again, that's not really my problem now, is it? Ooh, we're below the Giga Coaster. I don't think I can go under here somewhere. Because this spiral slide, yeah, is right above, right up to that. Although, maybe, if I do a turn here. Yes, actually. That works out quite well. I'm not sure how fast I'm going here still, so I'm not sure if I can already do the unbanked turns. Okay, what's this? Is this the grey thing? Yeah, that's the grey thing. Let's get back to the station. One of the problems with these coasters, building these coasters through the entire park, in combination with me wanting them all to have a different color, is that this coaster will be close to many other coasters which all have a different color. So that's a tough job. Okay, now it's time to connect this. This should not be too difficult, right? I'm already at the correct height. I just need to align it. Yeah, this is easy. There we go. Coaster done. Finally. Are all those people in queue for the, what's it called, spiral slide? Where? Which? I assume you mean this one. Yes. Yes, they are. Which is partly because I forgot to raise the max people on the right. You can make the track's second color to be different from the first. Just like with a wooden coaster. I could. But I like them to be a solid color. You will know you have too many coasters when you have to paint it salmon pink. Well, there's a lot of things I like and a lot of things I don't like. And, you know, things that I'll do and that I won't. And I will never ever voluntarily paint a ride salmon pink. It's the ugliest color out of the 32. Just to show people what it's like. This is salmon pink. And it's a horrid flesh color. Like, maybe I'd use it if I made a park where that was appropriate. But in a normal park, I would never use this. I think black fits well. Okay, what are the stats? I'm really curious because it might actually be too much somewhere. Oh, crap. I messed up the laterals. I wonder where. Let's have a looky. Okay, it's there. What is there? Where do we have... Oh, it must be an S-band. Which I take up more than 100. It must be this S-band. Hang on, let me take that out. That's not really a problem. Well, then we have some time to fiddle around here, so let's do that. This is a really strange track, but it works. Okay, let's now try to build the exit and entrance path. Because, yeah, that's not a challenge that I have to overcome on this ride. And, let's see if this works. Wait, is this already... Wait, was this daddy? No. It wasn't. It never is. If I just... Wait, if I keep going one further... Yes, that works. Okay, so the exit path was... Well, the entrance path was not a problem. Let's see if I can do the exit path in a similarly easy fashion. Okay, this does not align the way I thought it would. Is that an issue? Okay, let me get the height marks on path. If I do this... Okay, no. Ooh, I'm still one too high for that. And there the twister is in the way. Yeah, I thought so. Wait, can I just go... Should be able to go straight here, right? No, the twister is in the way. Okay, now the stats of this ride are good. You know, you got minus 2.85 negative Gs, which would be too high on a real ride. But here in Roller Coaster Tycoon land, that's not a problem. Also, I think I can just connect that to here. Right? Or not? Okay, yeah, now it's connected. Nice. 7.79 excitement, 8.11 intensity, and 3.69 nausea. Not bad. It's actually better than I expected. Huh. Especially the excitement rating is almost 8. That's actually quite good. Alright, what can we charge for this? Do your work, plugin. I think I need to open it first, so... Do your work, plugin. 1920. Quite good. It's almost the max. Well, that's another coaster added to the... mess? Chaos? Spaghetti? Well, whatever you want to call this. It's a lot of things. And I'm really loving the way this looks. Hey, we've passed 6,000 guests. Wait, Twist 1 has no entrance. Wait, no, that's Twist 11. Did I mess that up while building this stuff? Where is Twist 11? It's somewhere here, but I can't see it. Like, this is number 10. Where? Oh, this is Twist 11. Did I just never build an entrance path for this? I never built an entrance path for this. I built this in the last live stream. No one noticed. Let's see if I can connect it. Oh, I'm below it. I'm directly below it. Oh. Once again, I was in a different position than I thought I was. There we go. Yes, this is Forest Frontiers. It's quite unrecognizable. Now guests can get to the entrance, and the exit path is already, well, fixed because it's directly connected to the path. Alright, people are lining up for this. Nice. That's another coaster done. So let's actually quickly, for fun, compare this to an empty Forest Frontiers. This is the big park. And this is the quiet Forest Frontiers. It's so calm and quiet. It really is. You know, if we compare it to even the first stream, this is nothing compared to the monster that we currently have. This looks This looks almost empty now. Yeah, it looks almost normal. But this is already quite condensed. Now we have this, which was the end of the previous stream. Which, you know, is very much similar to what we now have. Although what we now have is a slight bit more. Especially the coasters on top. We've built this pink one, we've built the grey one and the black one. So it's definitely noticeably more. And there are, of course, you know, a bunch of flat rides. Speaking of flat rides, let's build some more. But first, let's take a look at any vandalism that we have. Also, you can nicely see the complicated path system here. Do we have any vandalism? Yes, we do have some. That's nice, that's fixed. And well, that's about all. There are some full trash cans. Little lag spike. Oh, there's another one. And oh, here's a bit. Is there anything else? I don't think there is. Let's get rid of this view. There we go. Much better. Let's build some flat rides. Let's do another twist. Okay, now I built it there, but I have no idea. This is on the level of the path, right? Then this should be easy. You go there. And you fit there. Nice. That was easy. Surprisingly easy. Let's do one of these. Let's just see where I can build one. Ooh, I can build one here still. Question is, if I build it down there, I don't think I'll ever be able to connect on exit enter spots, but let's give it a go. You know, you got some Parker Square energy. At least give it a go. What does the underground look like? Not much, a few parts and that's it. Okay, first off, can I connect this? Should be able to, right? Right? Yes. Okay, well that doesn't work. One over to the side then. God bless cutaway view. Okay, I'm kinda out of here. Which means that I should be able to connect this. Oh, we have tons of space inside this wooden coaster. Easily. I should build something else here. Hang on, can we just build another one? Yes. Actually, let's build the spiral slides, because then I actually have space for the entrance and exit path. Oh, I can't fit the spiral slides there. Okay, I can fit one there, but then I'm afraid I can't do the exit and exit line without going underground. I can fit one here though. I mean, I could fit one above this, but I don't really want it there. I can do this though. Okay, that doesn't work. Then go down, please. No. Oh god. Can I perhaps go up? Is there a path there? There is a path there. If I just go Wait. Where am I? Am I below this path? Hard questions. I kind of want to get up to this path, but I don't really know how to. Because I'm kind of stuck everywhere. I could just try to get out of it here. Is there space there? Yes, hang on. Let's see. Wait. I'm not where I thought I was. Once again. Okay, that works. Nice. Now the other part. Which can actually be this queue line. Wait, no, not, because it's not entirely on the ground. But yeah, it doesn't really matter. Oh, that's normal path. Question, can I fit this? I'm currently looking for ways. Hang on. Yes, I can just go here, right? If I do this, then do it like that, then I have an extra space there, which I can connect this to. Nice. I like that if you go on this ride, you go to the ride from here, and once you exit, you're currently here, on a whole different side of the park. Okay, that's 2 flat rides quite far down in the park, which I was not expecting to have any more space for that kind of stuff. But apparently I was wrong. Okay, now this should not be too difficult. Famous last words, we know. Oh, thank you, Nothrakis. I'm very happy about partnering. You know, I was kind of worried because they said usually we reply within a week. And I was like, well, it's been about 3 weeks, I believe, since I applied. So I was worried that I might have been rejected. But then yesterday I got a notification saying, yeah, you've been approved. Which was quite nice. And I hope that, you know, if people do get rejected, because of course people will get rejected all the time, that they do let them know. Because I heard a story from someone who said that a friend of his was rejected 3 times. And I'm not sure if they let him know, because it would be really annoying if they don't let you know why. Especially if it's something that's quite easy to fix. Okay, that's another ride done. Let's continue building more flat rides. Let's do another merry-go-round. Right there. How many of you here are Dutch? This is... no, that's an exit line. So I don't really want to... unless... okay, so what do you guys think? Okay, now it's a through path. What do you guys think about the recent what's it called in English? Avondklok. I'm not sure what it's called in English, but we all have to be inside at 8:30 starting next weekend. Curfew, yes, that's the word I was looking for, thank you. Okay, so your buddies did get told why, that's nice. What do you guys think about the curfew? And I've heard that there are other countries which also have it, I don't know which. But if anyone is from a country with a curfew, what do you think of it? Do you think it's good? Do you hate it? Are you kind of indifferent to it? Because I dislike it. And not, you know, I don't really go out with friends or anything often. Well, not now COVID, that's it. But I didn't go that often anyway before that. But I do often go on walks after 8:30, or I do grocery shopping after 8:30. So yeah, I don't like it. But then again, I'll keep me to it. I'll obey it. Not only because the fine for it is 90 euros, but also because, you know, laws are there to be obeyed. You'd rather see the current rules being enforced more strictly. The thing is, I think that's quite difficult. Work from home when you can. What is when you can? What counts as not being able to work from home? That kind of stuff. A curfew is quite easy to enforce, you know. You're outside, here's a fine. Whoa, there's a lot of comments all at once. Let me take a while to read them. Bars and restaurants are closed anyway, so where's the risk on being outside during night? That's a good point. Belgium had it during the summer. I don't think it's needed, given that there's a prohibition to a group plus 4 anyway. Yeah, I think the main reason is that it's easy to enforce. You got warning messages on your phone for curfew because of protests. Yeah, it seems that you know, a lot of people are already working from home, and most people don't work after 8:30 anyway. But it seems that the people, you know, hit by this curfew, or you know, the most annoying thing for people is just not being able to go for walks or not being able to go places. Because I go to my parents sometimes, and you know, often I get home after 8:30, and I go by train, and I can't anymore. I still can go, you know, if I'm home early enough. I went to my parents last Sunday and I was home before I started my stream, which I started at 8. So that would still work. It adds unnecessary stress for people who don't have the luxury of a large garden. Yeah, now you say about it, me not being allowed to go outside. Well, I suppose I'm allowed to access my roof terrace. My building has, you know, a decently large roof terrace, which is nice. I don't go there often, but I might actually go there now just to walk circles there and have a bit of fresh air, which would be nice. I wonder how long it'll last. Maybe they've announced that already. I don't know. I don't keep up with it that closely. until at least the 9th of February. Ah, damn it. That's at least, well, that's more than 2 weeks. And the last couple of weeks were already tough for me. If you don't know, today I finally uploaded the video that I was supposed to upload a few weeks ago, addressing the lag situation of OpenRST2. And the reason that I hadn't done that earlier was not because of any, not because I didn't want to, but because I struggle a lot with motivation and stuff during this, especially the last 2 months. And this doesn't help me. That I can't go outside, quote unquote late at night, because after 8:30 is not already late for me. Especially now my sleep schedule has shifted a bit towards going to bed a bit later and getting up a bit later, which doesn't help me here, because the curfew is lifted at 4:30 in the morning. But that's closer to when I go asleep than to when I wake up. Yes, this park is coming along quite well, and thank you, ceaselessly. Oh, I'm inside the looping. Wait, does that mean that I can go this way? Yes. Oh, we got the path in the looping bonus now for this ride. Yeah, I live in the city. I don't have a garden. Like I said, I do have a roof terrace, which is nice. Yeah, we have a path bonus here now. And there's another path bonus. Oh god, this queue line is way too long. But it's connected now. Try pressing shift. Oh yeah, then you get that virtual floor, which I never use. And I probably never will use it. I recognize how useful the virtual floor can be. Like, you get this kind of action. But I just never... it's been in the game for a few years now. And whenever I try to use it, I never figured out how it works. But it never works for me as a visual aid. So I'll probably stick to do it my old way. Yeah, does driving a car break the curfew? If it does, which it probably does, then that sucks for a lot of people. I know that, jobs and, if you are someone's carer, then, it's all exempt. Which is good. Because, I do have some experience with it, not being myself, but my grandmother had, my mother was a carer for my grandmother. At least partly. So, that's important, and at least they do get an exemption. But still, there's so many people like me that just benefit from being outside, especially when it's quiet. And I went for a walk 2 days ago at about, a bit after 11 PM. And it was so great and quiet. And you can't say, just walk earlier, at 7:30 it's already quiet. Sure, but for people like me, I have a lot of, my days are not very structured and I have trouble doing that. And for people with depression and all that kind of stuff, that it's not as easy to just do it then. Then again, we are talking about the pandemic, so I don't fault the government for doing this. And if it turns out that after this, the, what's it called? the cases per day and all that stuff go down, then absolutely I applaud it, and it might be a very good move. But it still sucks. But then again, yeah, it's a pandemic. It's bound to suck. So yeah, if you do have a curfew, wherever you are, do please obey it. Because it's probably for the best, no matter how much it does suck. Okay, is there something here? There must be something here, right? Oh wait, it's just... Never mind, I'm dumb. There we go, now I'm below it. Now the question is, can I get up here somewhere? Or would it be easier to go the other way? That's the question. Yet it's still allowed to go on a holiday abroad. Yeah, if anything should be disallowed, it's that. I should be able to connect it here, right? Yes, 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 yes. Nice. I'm not against the curfew in general, but I have a telescope and no garden. Yeah, so you can't currently use it because you have to be in the field. Then again, that's just a hobby, so I don't, you know, they can't take all that into account. For me, with my walks, you know, that's quite important for my health and also mental health. And again, hobbies are also important for mental health. The major thing about most curfews is they'll probably only throw it at you if you're doing something like going to a bar or a party. I doubt anyone would get in trouble for going for a walk. Maybe. But I don't want to risk it. Because there's a fine, and it's a fairly heavy fine. And it's called... I believe it's actually called a crime. I'm not sure what the direct translation of a misdrijf is. But they said it would be classified as a misdrijf, which I believe is, you know, the worst kind of crime. You left like misdemeanor crime. I believe it's a crime. Which would mean it would be on your permanent record. Yeah, like your track record or whatever that's called in English. So that's another reason to just not do that. Just take a walk in the forest. I have a question for you. How do I get to a forest? Without not being in a forest. Because I don't have one next door. And I bet most people don't. How do I connect this? Can maybe connect it there? Yeah, some people have. But like my stepdad did before he moved in with my mom. But most people don't. Sneaky by car. But if being in a car is not allowed, then they can just stop you. Ask, you know, do you have an exemption to be on the road? And if you don't, well, then you still get your fine. the interesting thing to me is that I keep building flat rides, but to me it doesn't feel like the park is getting much more dense, while it obviously does. Maybe because it's so dense already that a few more rides don't make a big difference. Then again, this is exactly the kind of vibe that I wanted to go for. You know, when I started this park, exactly a week ago, I think, I had a certain view in mind that I wanted to achieve, and I started building on the ground layer, and I kind of felt like I wasn't getting at what I wanted to get at. It felt like the wrong direction, but I kept building, because, you know, it was only the start. And now this is exactly what I wanted. We're building in the same way that I want, and it's looking the way I want it to look. And it's just great. It worked out amazingly. And the puzzling with the path is exactly the same as I thought it would be. Make all the coasters the same color. I'll do that for a bit after I've built this merry-go-round. Question. Can I connect this path? Well, that doesn't work. I think I need to be a bit higher. Oh, a raid. Welcome, Lynn Kayla, for the raid, and 21 others. Thank you very much. Thank you for the raid. Oh, and thank you for the follow, Glitch Media, or Glitch Media, because there's no T. Weirdly enough, I didn't get a notification for that. I think that's happened more times with the raids. I should look at that. And Lynn Kayla, thank you for the follow as well. So, I assume you just got done streaming. What did you stream? Was it a good stream? While I try to somehow build an exit line here, which is not going to work. Because there's coasters in the way on all sides here. In fact, I think I need to go smaller. If I go... No, not that. This one. Because now... Okay, I can't go below there. Yes, this should work. Final Fantasy. I have never played a Final Fantasy game, so I don't really know what it's like. I know it's probably like action stuff. But it sounds fun. You know, the thing that I like about streaming is not necessarily the games I play, it's more interacting with people. Of course I do like Roller Coaster Tycoon. It's a Japanese RPG. Alright. Yeah, I've heard of it before. I know there are a lot of games. Like you have like Final Fantasy 17 or something. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, can I connect this to a through path somewhere? Very vaguely like Pokemon. Interesting. That is a through path, right? Yes, I made that one. Nice. How's the toilet situation? I'll look at that in a bit. First... well, that was easy. I thought I would have to like do all kind of tricks and to get that to connect, but nope. My compliments on keeping a good overview of where you can still build. Thank you. I had this spot in mind for a while. I knew there needed to be something here. And other than that, yeah, it's just, I think, experience to know where things fit and stuff. It's not just pure luck. Also, this is the park. To all the people from the raid. You haven't seen it yet. It's quite dense. And if any of you have ever played Roller Coaster Tycoon 1, this is the very first scenario, Forest Frontiers, but kinda built up. Yes, the Final Fantasy conversation is from a raid. Lynn Kayla did a raid, and she played Final Fantasy. Okay, let's look at the toilet situation. Let's see how many guests our toilets get. We only have 7 of them. Customers per hour. One of them gets 16-20 customers per hour. You know what? Let's charge for this. Let's see how much money they make. If we charge something for it. Cash machines. Whoa, they're popular as well. Let's see how much the first guest, which is guest 24, how much he has spent. Over $1,000. Damn, that's a lot. People won't like paying for toilets. They will always pay 20 cents or less. So that's fine. This one guy has spent over $1,000 for... Well, he's been in the theme park for over 9 years. So, you know, spending almost $1,200 in 9 years is not much. That's an average of about 30 cents a day. If my math is correct. Maybe a bit more, 35. Okay, let's build another ride. Let's build a coaster. Let's do another looping coaster. Let's do it back here. In fact, I'll just build a station right above this one. I like doing that. It's efficient. Let's also make sure that we have 3... Oh, the photo section is in the way. Well, let's keep it at 2 trains then. There we go. That's fine. Watching this chaos unfold has been the highlight of my month. So I'm very happy that I got to be the highlight of your month. And I'm loving building this park. Have we already reached the height limit? Okay, so the downside of building all these coasters high up is that you reach the height limit of the coaster quite quickly. Okay, well, yeah, obviously that doesn't work. We're right above the grey coaster. Let's do a turn. There we go. Let's see if we can do any slick maneuvers around here. Gotta love these extra zoom levels. All the detail, all the pixels. This zoom level is actually too much. I don't want to build at that, but it's nice if you want to look at something. Can I just do an S-bend here? I can. Nice. Okay, that won't work. The security department of enough space in between coasters had not been visiting in a while. What makes you say that? Yeah, it's nonsense. Everything's fine. Wait, what's in the... Oh, I'm outside the park borders. Well, let's do a turn then. You'd probably still ride them all. I would definitely go to this theme park. If this theme park was confirmed to be actually safe, then I would love to go to this theme park. Although, you know, not exactly this theme park, because, you know, the roller coaster physics are a bit funky and many of these would probably be quite painful in real life. But ignoring that, then yes, I would definitely want to go here. Okay, this doesn't work. Statistically worse to ride a car than accident by a roller coaster. Yes. I mean, flying is much safer than driving. But people are still deathly afraid of flying. And it makes, like, from a rational standpoint, it makes no sense. But from a human standpoint and not being able in control, it absolutely makes sense. How goes the new Twitch partner status? Well, so far it's not a lot has changed. This stream would be rather similar if I wasn't Twitch partner. Except for some of you maybe. You might be watching in a lower quality than usual, because currently that's always available because I'm a partner. But I will add some more emoji and all that kind of stuff. And you know, in case stuff goes wrong, I have better support. And the reason that I put it in the title that I got partner, also that I don't have to say it a million times, everyone can just see it. That's much easier than me announcing every 30 minutes that I got partner. When flight accidents go wrong, they leave a bigger impact than most car crashes. That's true. But most flight accidents don't leave any people dead. So even if your flight crashes, you still have a fairly high chance to survive. Depends on the crash, of course. You know, if you crash land on a runway, you have a big chance to survive. If there's an ocean below you, then not so much. Oh, we can dip down quite low on this. Question is, can we get out of here? Getting in of a place is often not so difficult. Getting out of it is the problem. Yeah, it's really the same as nuclear power. Although I think nuclear power is a slight bit more important, because it can actually, you know, do a lot of good for the world, whereas you not flying doesn't really matter. Whereas you voting against nuclear power can be a problem. Okay, now the observation tower is in the way, but we can evade that. Well, the Twitch support is gone, but there is still there is now a plugin for that. So the Twitch support is essentially still there. Did you ever end up building the Giga Coaster functioning as a race team train? I must have missed that. It's not a bad idea. Actually, that's quite a good idea. Let me see if I can do that after this ride. Okay, now I need to somehow get back to the station. Where am I? Okay, I am here. Wait, what's in the way? Oh, the observation tower's in the way. That's fine. Okay, this should not be too difficult. I can just go down here, although this is a bit in the way. I'm almost... Hang on, where's the park edge? Okay, there's the park edge. Let's go S-bend. Yes, I'm almost there. Oh. Looping coaster's in the way. Let's actually not go S-bend then. Let's go S-bend later. There we go. S-bend. Do we already have a photo section? No, well, now we do. Okay, that's the coaster done. Now, let's see if I can get some balls out of this mess. Dear God, that's gonna be difficult. First, let's give it a test. Wonder what the stats will be. They'll probably be, you know, middle of the road. While we test it. See if I can build the balls. What's in the way? Looping coaster. Vertical drop coaster. Okay, I can go this way. Can I go down here? I'm not sure where I exactly am in relation to those Ferris wheels. Okay, it seems like I'm somewhat close to finding the right place. Oh, I'm not at all where I thought I was. But this works though, this works. Yes, amazing. Setting patrol areas in this park would be unwise, right? Well, I never used patrol areas to begin with, but yes, it would be very unwise. Okay, what are the stats? Not available yet. It's a bit of a downside. But they'll be available soon. There we go. 6.61, 7.38 and 3.35. That's about what I expected. You know, quite a high intensity, but that's sort of on purpose. Okay, no, that's a vertical drop coaster that's in the way, not the observation tower. What if I do this? Can I connect it there then? Yes, nice. Open. And there we have, hang on, another ride. And I think I can make this one yellow because it's not close to the other yellow ride. Nice. Nope, there are no advertisements. This is all natural, baby. Oh, thank you, Cody. You know, you already knew. But still, thank you. I talked about your micro park earlier, in that it's fairly similar to this park, only, you know, on a micro park scale. And that people should watch it. And also that I recommend everyone to build a micro park or a slightly larger park than that, like this. Because this is amazing, doing this. Doing this is so much fun. On a micro park is maybe a tad bit too small to have the true experience of doing this. But if you have like a dinky park, then absolutely. It's so much fun. Not buying land, of course. You can buy a lot of land in Dinky Park. But just building up and puzzling around. How does making the Twitch emotes a thing on Discord work? I was not aware that that was a thing. Well, considering your shorter streams, Cody, unless you do like a weekend stream or something, I would advise doing a park that's a tad smaller. So maybe Dinky Park or Multiple Mountain would be a good fit. Because I'm currently almost 10 hours into this park. Ooh, I can fit it here. Let's just build it, see if I can get the path. Doesn't seem like I would be able to. Like, yeah, that's not going to work. Or you could make a park like this in Dinky Park, and then once you all filled up, suddenly buy all the land. And have the rest be a normal park. It looks so weird, yes. If I built it a bit more this way, then I should be able to do it, right? I think this would work. Oh god. There's like no space anywhere. Can't go up or down. Wait a minute, if I go to the side here, there is literally no space for me to do anything. Filling a mega park like this is actually impossible. Alright, see ya, Duke. It was nice having you around. Because, fun fact, after I finished my electric fields, I wanted to do it again. But on a bigger scale. So I attempted the same with Bumbly Bazaar, which is quite a bit bigger. And I picked it because you also charge for the ride there. I think this is connected. If any guests go in here, I will know it's connected. Yes, there's one. But I ran out of rides much before I filled Bumbly Bazaar up to any notable capacity. Maybe it's because I built way too many stalls in that park. Ah, stupid entrance building. Yeah, once the ride limit is gone, then maybe it will work. Okay, I can't go that way. Oh, maybe I can connect behind here? If I do that, yes, that works. Nice. And there's another ride. It's just a never-ending cascade of new rides. And it's getting fuller and fuller. Ooh, I love this view. You see so many different coasters. Like, here you have the Giga Coaster, the Hyper Coaster, the Wooden Coaster, the Vertical Drop Coaster, the Looping Coaster, the Hyper Twister Coaster. All very close to each other. And then you have this coaster as well behind it, the steeplechase below it, the stand-up. So many different coasters. I think this corner might be my favorite now. I've focused on it a lot this stream. That one doesn't take 45 years at least. You knew you had heard of me before. Ah, so you recognize me from that video. I think I haven't seen you here before, so welcome to the stream. I imagine every coaster gets quite a few bonuses due to close quarters. Yes, although those bonuses are not too big. Okay, let's do our taxi ride. I'm imagining 3 stations. One near the entrance, one well, a bit left, and one in the far corner. Whew. I suppose I should just build the station and, you know, wing it. Basically this entire stream is let's build a ride and then wing it. So far it's been working out quite well. Okay, that's the... Wait, was it the looping coaster or the edge of the park? I think it was both. Come on. Nope. Need to go one earlier. This will be... Ah, damn it. One earlier still then. Wait, I do need chain lift here. Come on. Yes. Yes, Max, I did see that you suggested the raid. Thank you for that. Alright, see ya, Lynn. Was nice having you here. Alright, let's go up and up. And up. There we go, I think we're high enough now. We're basically above everything else except, well, the other Giga Coaster, obviously. We don't need to be that high, actually. There's not a lot, even at 60 meters. Let's just do some boosters now. 215 is maybe a bit extreme. 115. Not a single support on that uphill. Nope. There are only supports right here. This is made of the strongest steel in the world. Okay. Oh, of course. Of course this Giga Coaster is in the way. Right where I want to make a turn. Amazing. Oh, and now the Hyper Twister is in the way. How do you even see what's going on anymore? With great difficulty. I promise you. Where am I? You know that it's great difficulty because where am I? It's probably my most uttered phrase this stream. Alright. I'm right there, which is not where I want to be yet. But let's go down. Only issue is I can't do steep turns. Because we're going too fast. So, brakes. Now I need to somehow build a station here, which is not too high off the ground. I don't like stations that are high off the ground. And also get up again. And I also need to still be able to build path. This is going to be a nightmare. And again, building this entire park is a nightmare. Alright, we have a station. Footpath is in the way. Well, screw you. Let's Stay a bit higher then. I already see which ride will be in the way, so let's go down one more. Okay, so far so good. I do need space for at least 2 trains, otherwise I can't get my 2 trains. Question, can I get out of here? If I go a bit less steep, then I can probably get out of here. Come on. Ah! What if I go one more? Come on. Like the red one is a bit lower now, so that might... No. Alright, let's continue on. Let's try one further again. If you have block mode, you can get more trains than you have need. Yes, now that you mention it, block section mode is a great idea here. What even is blocking it off? I'm trying to go between this yellow bit and this red bit, and I think that that's being the issue. It seems to work here though. Okay, now that's in the way. But that's not an issue. Luckily Giga Coaster trains are long. Okay, I think we're high enough here. Boosters! Tom Sawyer. This part was made by Chris Sawyer. This part kinda has the same vibes as... Let's see what that is. The Centrifuge Brain Project. Never heard of that, but it does have 6 million views, so it might be worth watching that. Tom is Chris's brother. I have no idea if you're currently being serious. Ooh, we've reached 3 million and... Well, we're not really making 100k a month. Oh, we did when I renewed the rides. We hit 102k in April. Nice. Ooh. We renewed the rides and the park value went up. But then all after 5 months, all rides decreased in value at the exact same time. Which you can see here. And then after 13 months, they did it again. Which you can see here. Weekly profit, always high, never below 0 anymore. I just can't spend my money quickly enough. Okay, where do I build a station here? I might want to build it here. After you're done with the coaster, you can highlight path issues. So we can see the layout. Well, you can't really see it all that well. I think after I'm done... You know, at some point I might just... save the park and then delete all the rides so that you can see the path layout, because then it's not all grey. And then obviously I won't save. Okay, will it have excessive G's in this turn? That is a question. I'll figure that out when I have to. At least I can get up from here again easily, because I am still quite high up. Also, the beginning of this stream was already a mess, because the beginning of this park was 3 streams ago. So I talked about there being a lot of coasters in a very small space not too long ago. in this corner. And now there's another one. Do the maps in this park come with a pair of 3D glasses? They would have to be like pop-up maps. You missed the second one. Maybe. I'm not sure if you were here for the first one. Oh, we're way too high. Let's stay at 66. Yeah, look at all these height markers. I'm not sure if I'm properly aligned. Nope. Well, let's do some more turns then. Oh, the coaster is in the way. Let's continue straight for a bit. I'm only here. Because I'm so high off the ground, it seems like I'm much further along already. Okay, that coaster is also at 66 meters. Let's just do this. Let's just go over it. And now I need to get back to this. Luckily that's not very difficult. Since, you know, I can just do this. Easy enough. Let's do a couple of breaks. And then connecting these is not an issue. Let's do a couple of boosters first. I think these are aligned. Yes. Okay, well the coaster is done. I love how unusually long, uselessly long this chain lift is, and only a very small bit of booster. Okay, let's actually properly test it after this. Okay, there we go. Now the first chain lift is fine. It looked like it wasn't fine because the second train was condensed. It was shorter than it actually is, the second ghost train. Because it didn't have enough track space after the station. Let's actually increase the chain lift speed. Ooh, laterals please. Okay, let's redo that test. I think the laterals there are a tiny bit of an issue. Yeah, they are. Let's brake earlier. Now it should no longer be a problem. No, easily not. Okay, let's see if it's a problem here. Yeah, well, same thing actually. We need more brakes. The other one will be fine, because that has no steep turns. But before we test it, let me already add one extra brake here, so that for sure we're below 100 kilometers per hour once we enter that small turn. And let's actually try block section mode. 5 trains. I'm afraid it might crash though. Oh well. Actually, maybe not. No, there are no block sections it can overshoot. Because all the block sections are on the chain lift. So that should be fine. Like, if there were block sections at the brakes here, then it might be a problem because they might overshoot it or something. But that's not a problem. The forward and backward G's would be uncomfortable. Yeah, Planet Coaster does have those, but luckily RST2 doesn't. Hey, Llama Twister and Nick Zakels, welcome to the stream. Now, I have the challenge of connecting 3 stations to the path. Yeah, let's first give this a more exciting color. Let's do dark red. There we go. The path is the worst part. Probably is, yes. When I built these stations in the places that I did already look for possible positions of where the path could be. Because I don't want to be called out, not be able to, you know, build it at all. Can't you just ignore 2 of the 3 exits? Technically I could, but then it's no longer really a taxi coaster now, is it? And I like the challenge of building all these paths. And it should not be impossible. Like, that's 1 done. That was not very difficult. Yes, I got partner. Thank you. Okay, where's the station here? It's right here. I'm very excited to be partner. I'm happy that Twitch approved me. Oh, thank you very much, Nick, for the celebration subscriptions. Very generous of you. I don't mean to exit buildings, but the paths leading from the exits. The guests will just fall down. And as long as there's 1 exit path, a repair guy will come. That's where you're wrong. I'll get into that for a bit, but first, thank you again, Nick. 13 subs given already. Nice. Because a certain station breaks down. It's not just 1 station, it's a certain station. And the mechanic needs to be at that station. Okay, let me actually use cutaway view. God. Okay, the twist is in the way there. If I go this way and then... If I already go down... Then go this way, I think I can connect it there. That should be possible, right? Or is the looping in the way? Well, that wooden coaster is in the way. Can I go between those loopings? No, I can't go there at all. Okay, that's not good. Wait. Is it this easy? No, the wooden coaster's in the way. Yeah, that would have been too easy. What if the station doesn't have an exit? Then it probably can't break down. But yeah, like I said, I do want my stations to have an exit. Can I go through here? No. Okay, let's back up a bit. and go a different direction. In fact, okay, we got the stats. Stats are 7.75, 5.99 and 3.04. Let's just move this over to the other side. Stats are quite good. Oh, mechanics can go through right entrances if the station doesn't have an exit. That's cool. Oh, thank you, Techno. Knakworst in Blik heeft has an emote, has let an emote firework loose on the channel. I have no idea what that means and what it does, but thank you. Now the question, how do I get this? Is this all exit or is this a through path? I think there's a path this way, right? Yes. Yes, it's connected. Okay, that's one of the two on this station done. Hey, another firework emote. Nice. Now the exit path should be able to fit somewhere here, right? What about there? Okay, that's 2 stations done. Of the 3. It's going well. Now this one. Where is it? It's higher than the cutaway view is set. There it is. Well, that's in the wrong position. Oh, these are the wrong way around. If you tile inspect all exits away, what do the guests do and cannot break down anymore? I haven't got a clue. Okay, let's get down. I think... Yes. That was not so bad. Only one more to go. Might be able to connect that to somewhere around here. Okay, now they haunted houses in a way. I almost said haunted halls. Oh, I need to be actually one higher? Oh, but then I can't fit below that, right? Not a problem, I can go up again. There we go, that's connected as well. And open! Yeah! Amazing! Oh, thank you for the bits, Techno. Parker's coming along really well. I love all these big coasters. Shame that it's raining though. Let's turn that off. There we go. Looks quite good. You just unlocked the founder badge. That's... Maybe it's the founder badge since I got a partner? Maybe there's new? You know, it sort of resets, or you know, you get a second chance? I'm not sure though. But yeah, look at this park. I love this park. And we're still not done. if you build exit and entry line next to each other, you can build a very short entry line and only need to connect one path to the network. Well, the problem with that is that I want all the the entrance lines to connect to a path that's part of a loop. So it's part of the main path system. I don't want them to connect to a dead end to an exit. And that's also probably why my path system is still relatively okay and not a lot of guests are lost. But that's why I need to build them both down. How many rides do I have? I have 162 rides. Wait, that can't be right. No, it's 182. Of which 137 are actual rides. Let's see, I have 8 looping coasters, 8 haunted highs. I say highs because the multiple of house should be highs and not houses. 16 Ferris wheels, 13 dodgems, 2 giga coasters. Yeah, you have mouse, mice, house, highs. Yeah, bunch of other coasters. Then you have 8 looping coasters, which we saw before, 8 merry-go-rounds, 7 observation towers, 8 pirate ships, 11 space rings, 12 spiral slides, 16 twists, and 4 wooden coasters, and some other rides. Then here we have 23 stalls and 22 toilets and info kiosks, but also cash machines and first aid rooms. This description at the top is a bit incomplete. I have more cash machines than toilets. That's really saying something about my park. Yeah, spouse spice. If you're a polyamorous and you have more than one spouse, you have 2 spice. So is this making any money? It is. Quite a bit actually. What's the profit of our shops? The info kiosk has made 35k. And the toilets, they are making some money. Total profit, they're probably still in the negative because they were free for a long time. Oh, actually, Toilet 7 has almost earned itself back. Where's Toilet 7? It's the most popular one in the park. It's... oh, it's this one. Also, there is still... yeah, you can see it here just about my tiny junior coaster. Somewhere below all the rides and all that kind of stuff. You can still find the ancient rides. It's like an archaeology site. You know, below all the rides, they dug it out. Years of excavation. What else should I build? Are we gonna get a twister coaster with floorless trains anytime soon? Sure, why not? What would the aliens finding this after the apocalypse think? I'm not sure. Okay, the thing about a water ride, Crash Dash, is that the log flume can't go high enough for this. And the only water ride that can is the, what's it called, splash boats. But the splash boats has ginormous supports. And I don't want to build that. For example, just to show you what that looks like. If I take the Giga Coaster and use a little bit of a cheat and turn it into a Woody, you get this. And you don't want that. This makes the park so much uglier. And that's why I will not build any more wooden coasters. Because the supports will just make it ugly. And that's also why I switched path types. You may have noticed that at the bottom I have the standard Forest Frontiers path, which is the blue and the grey. But whenever it goes up, I have the brown and the yellow. Which is because those supports are much smaller and not huge. Well, speaking about oh, that must have been because I changed it back and forth. That must be because of that, right? It must be because I changed it to a wooden coaster and back. I'm not sure how. It might be because of this no longer existing. The, what's it called? The cable lift. But that must be because of that. Well, this isn't going to be popular for a while, because it has crashed. And our park value is also taking a noticeable hit. It's down to 890. The wooden coaster's boosters have a lower speed limit than the Gigas. Right. But this ride crashed before any boosters were applied. I think it must be the cable lift. It's the only thing I can imagine. Use black path as exit and brown for the main loop. That's not a bad idea. But I like the chaos of this more, where it's all the same color. And, you know, the bottom isn't actually the same color, but I've built this up so much that you don't really see the bottom path anymore. Apart from the sides, so it doesn't matter too much. Let's build that floorless coaster I was talking about earlier. We don't have any stations yet right smack dab in the middle of the park. I've built them all. You know, the ones that I've built up, I've built them all on the side of the park, I'm noticing now. Which makes sense. But let's do one in the middle. Let's get some boosters going. There we go. Now let's go up. This is going to be a problem, isn't it? Yes, it is. What about here? Can we do a quarter loop? Will it make a quarter loop? Let's actually switch trains already. There we go. Will this make a quarter loop? That is the question. See, easily. Nice. What area of AI are you trying to get in? Well, currently it's just a general AI study, so nothing special yet. And I don't know what I'm going to do after this. So, this is, you know, just my bachelor. So I don't know. I think one of the most important things that I've learned from the study so far is programming. Just general programming, because I've already... First off, it makes it a lot easier to read code, which is very useful. But I've already made a game myself. A simple one, granted, but it's still a game. Coded in Java. And that's just fun. Are you going to write a new AI for RST2? Yeah, I'm not on that level of programming yet. So, no. I should make this longer than it currently is. I was thinking about going back to the station, but that's a bit early. So let's extend this a bit. We're somewhat close to the park entrance, right? You had to write 2 tic-tac-toe players that always tied. That's interesting. It was a long, involved process. I mean, tie on purpose, right? But I have a question. If one of the players was able to win, but also able to place somewhere where they didn't win, what would he do? Would he actually win, or would he purposely make it a tie? Yeah, the height markers make this so much worse. But you can't get rid of them. I mean, I can get rid of them now, but as soon as I go up or down, they reappear. If they're both optimal, they always tie, right? I'm not sure how tic-tac-toe works. I know that is indeed true in Connect 4. But I don't know for tic-tac-toe. What is this at? 13.5 meters. And I am... Okay, not at 45. That's just an illusion. That's the Giga. I'm at 27. There we go. Photo section. Easy. Let's test it. We don't have an entrance yet. Let's test it! Yay! You have to make both players take the best action. Okay. That's interesting then. This coaster is what I call short but intense. Oh, that last looping is gonna break your back. That's painful. Lovely. 6.72 Gs. Ooh, haha. I love that. You would definitely black out at that. Usually it's already, you know, a coaster can briefly pull about 5 Gs, maybe a tiny bit more. I believe there's one in South Africa which pulls 6 at some point, which is the highest in the world. But still. I wonder what the intensity will be, because we do have 5 inversions, so we might need to apply a little breakage here and there, because these trains do as well give an intensity boost. Now the question, can I connect this to the path? I like that we have this coaster in the middle now. It fills up the middle a bit. Well, I suppose that was the point of doing this. Ooh, no, that's actually quite decent stats. 6.45, 8.72 and 4.30. This park has escalated a bit. Yes. A bit. The Intimidator 305 I think touches 6 Gs. You grey out it every time. Well, it used to do that, but then they added trim brakes. And now it's not that anymore. Isn't it 7.45 excitement? It is. What did I say? Okay, my eye is on this bit. Can I connect it there? Well, not if I do that. Because right now I'm above it. Let's go down a bit more so that I can see some more. There we go. Okay, I do have some space to connect there. In fact, that might not be a bad idea. Nope, let's go up. Might not be a bad idea. Nope, that works. Nice. Was indeed not a bad idea. Now, the exit. Feel like it's better if I have it on the other side. Because then I can connect it, well, to somewhere here. Or no, maybe I should attempt to connect it to right there. Hang on, let me 6 and 9. Okay, I need to go down 2 more. Okay, then that's in the way. It's fine though. Yeah, nice. That was my goal, to connect it to there. And now we can open it. Let's give it a bit of a color. Let's do yellow again. Yeah, that stands out nicely. I like that. Filled up the middle. Okay, now let's have some fun. Let's save the game. And then I'll save this as version fun. And let's save the game again so that we're on version fun here. Let's first make every coaster the same color. Let's see what that looks like. Let's make them all red. Might take a while. That's fine. You know what? It's probably quicker if I just go through it like this. Make a steeplechase. I don't think I can make a steeplechase anymore. Their support limits are not high enough. Wait, those are the trains. Never mind. Painting wooden coasters red is terrible. Yes, it is. That's a haunted house. That doesn't need to be red. In fact, I don't think you can even paint a haunted house. So this will take a while. So if you have any questions for me, or you know, want to hear any stories or whatever, feel free to ask. Because we have a bit. Okay, these are all coasters that I need to color. When I have these open, you get a bit more lag. Because it has to draw all of that in these tiny windows. At this point, the observation tower just lets you see the higher rides. Yes. Other than that, it doesn't do a whole lot. You can slowly see everything here become redder and redder and redder. What's your favorite real life coaster? That's gotta be Goliath at Wallaby Holland. The big, well, it used to be green, now it's blue. So the big blue one. Okay, I'm not sure which looping coaster I've already had. I believe none, actually. Although one might already be red, I'm not sure. Oh, thank you, Nisimble. How's it going? I've had better times. Some of you may know that I only just uploaded an update video about the lag situation in OpenRST2 to my second channel, which I was meant to upload a few weeks ago, but yeah, I've not been doing so well on that. The whole motivation bit. Which is not, you know, it's bad on my part because I did promise it to the devs. And, you know, I don't want to apologize again because I already apologized in the video. So, you know, if you want to hear that, go watch it after the stream. But other than that, you know, streaming's been fun. Streaming's been, you know, kind of what kept me going. Because I love this. Is there anything we can do to make you motivated, happier? Well, you can keep watching my streams. Because right now the thing that I want to do the most, at least, you know, during these streams, is just talk with you guys. And, you know, also obviously play games that I love. But it doesn't really matter what game is it, as long as I at least like the game. But if you guys seem super interested in it, then often I will, you know, really like the stream. Oh, damn. That's a lot of lag. Which is why the GeoGuessr streams are, I like them, because you guys, you know, guess along with me in the chat and give me tips, because there are a few GeoGuessr geniuses in my audience. And that's what I love. And I, you know, I get to talk a bit about the countries that I'm in, you know, say what I like about them and all that kind of stuff. Okay, where were we? Did we already have the spinning wild mouse? Yes, we did. Steeplechase? Yes. Also, what I absolutely loved to do was the, what's it called? Flag tier list that I did. Oh, we're already pretty much done. We only have this wild mouse to do. Now let's do a few more extra rides. That are, you know, on top. Currently this is a very red park. You know, this is fine for now. Can't be bothered to do all the flat rides. So this is what it looks like if you paint every coaster red. And yeah, good luck following a coaster. I have a fun question. I live in Sweden, which is a lot less dense than the Netherlands. Do you like the population density in the Netherlands, or would you like it a bit less dense? I quite like it. Okay, so Niels, whenever I upload the save file of this, you can try that out yourself. What it would look like if they're blue. I quite like the population density because I don't really like traveling. So even if my family is living across the country, it's still, you know, it's still only a 2-hour drive to get to there. Then again, I do like nature too. It might be a thing of the grass is always greener. Although, I would say the grass is always greener, but in this case it's greener on my side. Because I'm quite happy with the density we currently have. I don't even think of the Netherlands as a very densely populated country, you know. Maybe it's because I live in the north, which is, you know, still densely populated compared to many areas in the world, but for the Netherlands, not really. If you live in the Randstad, which is the most populated and dense bit of the Netherlands, then it's different. Okay, now let's look what the path layout looks like when deleting every ride. Are you ready? Here we go. Well, let's first do the stalls, because I don't want to do them last. That was a bit of an anticlimax for a bit, wasn't it? Now, here we go. That's a lot of rides, although admittedly also a lot of flat rides, which don't have that much of an impact. There we go. It's getting quite empty. The wooden coasters are still there because they're late in the alphabet. Twister coasters as well. It's getting quiet in the park. And that were all the rides. And this is the path layout. Honestly, this is still quite normal compared to my electric lands, electric fields. Yeah, this is still quite normal. It's not that bad, actually. It looked much worse than it is. Although I suppose this bit is fairly bad, but a lot of these are just exit paths. And even if you don't put a no entry sign in front of exit paths, guests still don't go into them that often. Yeah, it's pretty coherent. To be well, then again, I did on purpose make it coherent. You know, wait, how did these guests get off the path? Curious. Anyway, I did make sure that anything that's not an exit path were, you know, looped. Because if I don't do that, it becomes a much bigger maze. Let me actually show you what that looks like. No, don't save. Because, you know, the inspiration for this park is a little park called Electric Fields. And it's this one. You see, I built 2 wooden roller coasters at the end here, and I don't like that. And the path here is much worse. Hang on, let me actually load the version without the wooden roller coasters. I think it's that one. Yeah, same park, but without the wooden roller coasters. Now, this is probably my favorite park that I ever built. It's just so amazing. It's actually this is, I believe, much less dense than the electric fields that I'm currently building. Because you can still see the ground on quite a bit of, you know, quite a few spaces. But I built up I built up much more, which means that it's much more of a maze-like path. Let me just delete all the rides here. We can do this quicker. There we go. This path goes up and down a lot more. Okay, let me get rid of the rain. And let me also get rid of the guests, so that you can more easily see all the path. Now this is an actual maze. And it's... You see that there are a lot of... You can see the difference in the quality of the path layout between this park and the Forest Frontiers. There are not a lot of connections here. You know, there are a few, but mostly it's just random crap. You know, there's nothing connecting it here because they're all right in a way. So, yeah, all the naughty white paths. Yeah, that's just, you know, that comes with electric fields. Yeah, I don't know how these guests are dying, because whenever you delete a ride, they should just get dropped off at the exit on a path. So I don't know how that works. But yeah, the pathing is so much worse on this. And I did have a problem with guests getting lost here quite a lot. Stalls, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, this is a giant dead end leading to a ride. And you have a lot of those here. A lot of those dead ends. And in general, it's just much more of a mess. And much less densely populated. The Forest Frontiers Park is also smaller. Let me see how much smaller. This is 44,150 square meters. And Forest Frontiers... Now watch it actually be bigger. That would be interesting if I was that wrong. Forest Frontiers is... Yeah, 30,470. So it's slightly over 2/3 the size. About like 68 or 69%. And this is much more densely populated with rides. And you know, as soon as I start building coasters on top of this as well, then it really starts to become a layered park. Let's actually look at the difference between this and the previous park. Previous iteration of Livestream. Yeah, if you do it like this, then you can really see the difference we've made today. It's much, you know, there's much more. There's many more rides. And it's so much better now. So bathing and overcrowding still get me whenever you try to go big. Well, I can teach you how to not do that. Let's go on to a test park for that. Now, well, let's actually take my mega park as an example. So this is my mega park, and yes, I will continue this at some point. I have not forgotten about this. Been in and out the ER past 2 weeks, and binging your streams and YouTube video getting me through. Thanks for making great content. Well, thank you. And I'm very happy that, you know, my content's been able to help you get through tough times. And I hope that eventually you'll no longer have to go in and out of the ER, that things will get better. But yeah, I'm happy that I managed to keep you going. So if you look at the pathing here, because I think this qualifies as a big park, right? Yeah. It starts... Where does it start? Whoa, what happened there? Oh, guests are getting lost or stuck. That's not a great message to get if I want to teach about how great my pathing is. I don't know why that is though. Maybe it's just because the park is so big. Okay, stupid rain. Because, you know, at some point that does become a problem. Do they think they're lost? I can't find massive throughput. Yeah, the park is just too big. They can only look a certain number of junctions ahead. And if the ride is further away than that number of junctions, then they won't be able to find it. But the thing I always do is... Oh, thank you for the follow, Akkoram. Is I build in loops. Whenever I build a new bit of path, and you can most clearly see that here, I build in loops. I always build it back to another path. Never have any dead ends. You know, these short ones to an exit are fine. No, I don't make paths underground. Not in these kinds of parks anyway. I do have a few in the Forest Frontiers, but that's not your regular park. I suppose this is a dead end, but you know, it's a pier. It's a small thing. But usually always build in loops. Even on the mountain, it's all in loops. And that means... Whoa, it's crowded as hell here. And if you build path in loops, guests get lost way less often. And the funny thing is, I never was like, well, my pathing is not good enough, I want to improve it. This naturally happened to me. I don't go out of my way specifically to think what kind of path system will work for the guests in this park. It's a style that I developed and it happens to work. And yeah, don't build double wide path. Double wide path will screw you up. Often double wide path is still fine, but even that sometimes still causes issues. So it's best to avoid it. And triple path is just a bad idea. You know, if you're going for aesthetics, you know, go do whatever you want. But if you want to make the most functioning park, go for loops. Always just build in loops. And connect all your queue lines to one of the paths that's in a loop. Like, don't do this. This is not good. Like, when it's a small thing like this, it's fine. Probably. But if you have a lot of these all over the park, then it becomes an issue. And especially if your exit path is fairly long and then you just connect it to, like, the very end of the exit path, near the exit, then that becomes an issue. What about overcrowding? I try to relieve the pressure by making new paths. Well, that's the only thing you can do. Build more path. Just build more path. Not the only thing. A good thing against overcrowding is to build something like a motion simulator, which has a low throughput. And then just do this. Long queue line. And if you do that, then it will take a lot of guests off the path. In fact, I've used that tactic before to combat overcrowding. A good idea is to put no entry signs if you're having long exit paths. Yes, I might have done that in this park in some long exit paths. I'm not sure though. But yeah, if they're really long, then I usually do that. Let me show you the park where I battled. Yeah, there's one here. It's not really long, but you know. Let me show you the park where I battled overcrowding with motion simulators. What was that called? Quantum, right? This one, I think. Yes. So this is Quantum's edge. And in this park, you need 3,400 guests or more. Does having guests complain about long queue lines affect park rating? No, not directly. If the guest becomes unhappy, like below a certain threshold of happiness, then yes. And that thought might cause that. But if your guests are happy enough, then that's not a problem. We'll get to that, Fred. So, I need 3,400 guests in this park. We'll reach the goal in a minute. We're 6 short. But it's harder guest generation. And no advertising, which means that only rides, coasters that are 600 meters or longer, there we go, and have at least 6 excitement, will generate more guests. You don't need to know why that works, you just need to know that it works like that. Then you might wonder why I have all these motion simulators. Well, they take a lot of guests off the path. And it works. And the best thing is, because there might be a problem if you use coasters for this, the best thing is that if it rains, guests will not go out of the queue. Or they won't go out of the queue on coaster, but they'll still go into the queue because it's a covered ride. So you don't have to worry about that either. Because I've had parks where suddenly when it rains, my rating dropped massively because of massive overcrowding. Do those pandas have any use? You mean entertainers, right? Yes. And Fred asked about that a bit earlier. Let's go to a park of his. Well, a park of my scenario of his. There we go. Wasteland of Dying Dreams. Number 10. I've just beaten this park here. And I have 3,500 guests. Now, usually, when less than about 20% of your guests are complaining about overcrowding, you're still fine. In this park, I have 1,096 guests complaining about overcrowding, which is almost a third. Which is way too much. Now it's, nearing 1,200. It's more than 1,200. It's more than a third now. So you see the problem. And at some point it was above half. Yet my rating is almost maximum. How do I do this? Easy. I have 130 entertainers. Whenever an entertainer is close enough to a guest, it forces happiness into the guest. And that's how I combated guests getting unhappy from overcrowding. Because overcrowding does not lower your park rating. It might seem like it does, but it doesn't. What lowers the park rating is guests being unhappy. And overcrowding makes guests unhappy. And that's why injecting them with concentrated happiness works. Also, look at these coasters. It was a nightmare, this park. You have barely any space. Like, it was an absolute nightmare to complete this. Because once again, no advertising and harder guest generation. Okay, I could have bought all this land, but I wanted to show off and complete it without buying any land. Also, entertainers is how I beat the start of this scenario, and also how you can more easily beat the start of the previous scenario, which someone said that he tried and failed. If you hire entertainers, which I did on this scenario because I was not able to do it without it, and you have them only be at the front, like this one, entertainer 1 and I believe also entertainer 2, yeah, same area, then the guests will become happier, which means that you reach 700 park value quicker, because in both of these scenarios you need to keep your park rating above 700. And the main issue is guest happiness. What about queue-line TVs? Do those increase happiness? I believe they only increase the time that guests want to wait for rides. Which, yeah, I did add them to, for example, this roto drop. Because the queue line is quite long here. For coasters, not really a problem, but yeah, this roto drop doesn't have any. Money is also not a problem. I'm almost a millionaire in this scenario. It was a bit of a problem at the start, but since you charge for the rides, and you can charge a lot for these rides, which is also why I built all those roto drops still, just because they make money and they're small. Yeah, you easily make enough money. Eventually I got so fed up with designing my own rides, which had to be 600 meters long, that I just built a small footprinted coaster, which I built 3 in a row of here, and another one right here. which surprisingly worked. The loan interest is 80% too. Oh yeah, I have not taken out a single loan in this scenario. Also, I completed it in under 3 years. Let's see how much, if you max out the loan, you need to pay a month. But I'm kind of curious now. Let's fast forward a bit through all the lag. I think it's going to turn out to about... Yeah, so 2050 was 3 quarters. So it's going to be about 2,700 in a month. Which is not a lot when you make this much, but at the start of a park it can be deadly. Okay, let's try... It's actually a fun thing to try. Let's try Quantum's Edge. Let's see if I can go through the first few months of the park. I think this is the correct one. Yep. Alright. I can't close it, of course. Oh yeah, you already also have to buy all your land. Okay, so we start off with a few of these cheapos. Because they are still quite useful. Because the first 1,000 guests in a scenario like this come for free with harder guest generation. So let's do that. Let's open you up. So how it works when you can't let your rating drop below 700 is when it drops below 700, you have a month of in-game time left to raise it again. And if you don't, your park gets shut down. Forever. Thank you for the follow, Aaron Rashidov. But at the start of the park, to give you a bit more time, that requirement does not kick in until after the first month has passed. So, March you get for free. Then you have April, which means that at the end of April your rating needs to be above 700 or you're toast. Let's build some stalls. I couldn't build a right here. I can still build a... You know what, let me actually build... Oh, I don't have a thing yet. Well, let's build this thing yet. I wanted to build a motion simulator, but this is fine, I suppose. And we're not even getting any guests yet. Even though I'm, building rides at a high rate. But yeah, that's how this harder guest generation works. It takes a while for everything to kick in. And you need... Wait, the plugin is causing guests to not enter the park. What plugin? The Twitch Stream integration plugin is closed. Because I don't have it running. So, I'm not sure which ride price manager. Wait, why? Why is that causing guests to not come into the park? I'm not sure, but wait, someone just entered the park. We got our first guest. How important are do not enter signs on ride exits? Well, on the short ones it doesn't matter. Technically it's still better, I suppose, but it doesn't really matter. But on long ones, I'd say it's quite important. You're using an older version which caused ride price to not be ignored in paper entry for your ride parks. Ah, okay. That makes sense. I still don't know how that causes guests to not want to enter the park though. Because ride prices don't matter in that. They will leave it quicker if they find the ride to be too expensive. But other than that, they will still enter the park. Okay, let's now hire a few entertainers because they don't get into the park too happy. Let's get 2 entertainers, not too many because, this is expensive. Let's get them around the entrance area. And then let's build a Ferris wheel. Okay, I don't think I can build it here anywhere so that I can build a queue line. Okay, let's maybe not build the Ferris wheels. Ferris wheels are stupid anyway. Okay, let's focus. Yeah, should not be shoved off. I'm not going to complete this, so this doesn't really matter. I'm just trying to get past the first hurdle of 700 park rating. Which means I should probably build more paths to... Well, overcrowding is probably not going to become an issue before April. But let's build some path anyway. Okay, now I have some nice place to fit Ferris wheel. Well, they're not most effective near the main entrance, but that's what's going to be the busiest at the moment, so... You're right. It's the busiest intersection. So currently they're the most active here, but that's only because that's the busiest. What you really want in this park is the corkscrew coaster, because it gets you the most soft guest cap out of all the coasters in the game, I believe. And it can also go very tall, which is nice for really small footprint rides. Okay, we're currently about halfway. 4:31, well, a little bit further than halfway. And we are also about halfway the time that we have to get our park rating up. Let's get some more stalls installed. Oh, yeah, this is an actual food stall. Let's get some toilets to go pee-pee. Wait, I already have toilets. Don't need them again. Info kiosk. I'll keep the umbrella prices. Doesn't matter anyway, since I'm not going to complete this scenario right now. In fact, let's hire some more entertainers. Okay, yeah, there we got our first message on the 1st of April. Warning, your park rating has dropped below 700. If you haven't raised it in 4 weeks, your park will be closed down. So it's going up quite... Oh, it's already at 616. 618. That's not bad. It's actually much better than I expected. You use launched corkscrew coasters. Yeah, because then you only need 300 meters of track. Because when it's going back and forth, that counts as, you know, going 600 meters. Did I just not open? It's already broken down. Come on. I suppose launch coasters probably break down more often. I think, yeah, that's probably coded like that in the game. Okay, I think we will reach 600 or 700 park value before the deadline. Especially because one part, I say park value, park rating. One part of the park rating is the number of guests that you have in your park. So the more guests you get, the higher your park rating gets. Up until... I don't know what the limit is, but I think it's 2000. And after that, more guests don't matter for the park rating. But I'm not entirely sure. Yay, we got a souvenir stall. I even had a brakes failure on a limb coaster once. Had to reload from a previous save. I'm pretty sure that I also had a brake failure, but did not reload. Thank you for the follow, Pietori. Oh, we're already in that. Can we... Oh, it's 25% per year, which is at the limit of being doable. I can raise this more, though. Because we have more coasters. How rich are our guests? Okay, 45. Please no 35. Okay, 75. Good. Between 45 75. Which means we can charge 45. Are we at 700? We're very close. The nice thing is, if you go above 700 for 1 day and then drop below, that counts as having gotten it above 700. We're so close. 680. I think I'll just leave it be for now, and then we'll probably get there in time. We still have half a month. Let's build a balloon stall. There we go. $6.97. It's so close. Let's fast forward a bit. Yeah, there we go. We got it. $7.19. So that's how you do the start of Quantum's Edge, and a lot of other scenarios that are similar to this. And then you need to maintain, slowly expand, because this is expensive as hell. 90 a piece. And then you can, you know, buy this whole area and build your coasters. And that's how you do this scenario. Now, I did this part without entertainers. I still don't know how I managed it. I needed to restart once at the start and once sometime a bit later. I don't remember why. But I managed it. I remember building rides like an absolute madman. And I think just the sheer number of guests that I got in the park by then. Like, they're dropping in now at quite a good rate. And we're still in April, so we're still within the original allotted time. So I think that I just did that and got a lot of guests. And made them happy with rides just about quickly enough. But yeah, it's not easy. Although this strategy is fairly easy, but then you still have to get 3,400 guests in here, and there's a lot of ways that you can still fail. But if you're, you know, if you're decently good at the game, it's fun to give scenarios like these a try, to test yourself. I had a lot of fun. when originally doing this. But I think that's just about gonna be my stream. Let's load this one again for a nice end of stream park. I want to thank you all very much for watching. It was a fun stream, it was a good stream. And this is among the best parks I've ever built. Without a doubt. And let's find someone who we can raid. Raiding is always a lot of fun. Let's open Twitch. Oh, Snappy Pickles is playing. Well, she's gonna get some extra viewers. Yeah, she's playing Fungus Boots. One of the most difficult scenarios in RCT2. Good choice, Snappy. Well, give her all the love, because she is great. Thank you all for watching. And I will see you all in the next live stream. Have a very good night.